Hey fam, what's good? What's good? I hope that you're well and keeping safe. I hope that you all had an amazing week. So welcome back to another breakdown to my YouTube channel. You know what? Today's breakdown is going to be a little bit different. You know what? There is an exercise or two which I need to find yourself having a look at. Okay. Now on Friday, I basically covered a trading model. So if you find yourself missing out on it, it's fine. You can still have access to the content. All you need to find yourself doing is go to my description, click on my Instagram link. It will navigate you to my account, send me a DM, and I will give you access to the content. Okay. Now, let's look at the breakdown. Let's look at what's currently happening on NASDAQ. What is my thought process? Okay. Now, last month, we basically said that, you know what, this area over here, I don't want to see NASDAQ have a closure above, because this can simply means that, you know what, we can have some sort of a move towards the upside. And what did we have for this month of March? We had a beautiful shift towards the upside. Now, I will advise you to go and see what is currently happening with the banking system, what's currently happening with the US dollar, right? Because that is not something that I will be covering inside this actual breakdown, but that all had an actual influence to why price basically had this beautiful shift towards the upside. Okay, we can see that, you know what, it was a strong bull momentum thrown towards the upside. We had little to no wick almost over there. But me, Diego, you know what, I'm still expecting some sort of an actual pullback. Short-term pullback will basically be back into this area over here, right? Long-term, I still do want to see, can we have some sort of an actual dip back towards the downside? Okay, so not much to say on the monthly time frame, but let's scale down to the weekly time frame and see what is currently happening over here. Now, like I may mention, right, what I want you to find yourself doing is go to that actual content, which we basically covered on Friday. Okay, and I want you to get your fob out from point A till point B. Okay, I want you to go find out why price basically came inside this region and had some sort of initial dip back towards the downside. Okay, that is exercise A. Exercise B will basically be get your fob out from this area as well, point A until point B. Okay, from that area over there, you swing high over there to your swing lower over here, and identify whether price is currently inside a premium or inside an discount area. Okay, that is what I want you to find yourself doing for me. Okay, and like I basically mentioned, the link is inside my description. Send me an actual DM and I will give you access to the you know what, the actual content. Okay, now looking at what is currently happening on this beautiful pair called NASDAQ, you know what, if I can find myself getting out a horizontal line just like this, right over here, right, we can see that we basically had multiple respects over here inside this actual region, right? Area of resistance broke above, area of support, we had a huge shift to the upside. Respected this area multiple times over here, had a shift, break below, you know what, we broke above, came back below, you know what, so I'm expecting NASDAQ to have at least some sort of an actual push back into this actual area and have some sort of an actual pushback towards the downside, right? So if I can basically just zoom in price and see what is currently happening over here, we can see on the weekly time frame that, you know what, we had a beautiful shift towards the upside, right? With price basically creating higher highs and higher lows, right? Now, can you guys see that price literally created a beautiful what over here and high to a market giving us a what over there, a higher high. Now, after the market is basically giving us that actual higher high, all we expect is for price to have some sort of an actual dip back towards the downside to create some sort of an actual higher low for a potential continuation move back towards the upside. Okay, and if I can basically measure price, let's say for instance we find ourselves having our entry from this region over here, you know what, from price region over here until this actual you know what, these high over here, right, that is 400 plus pips. That is more than enough range to play around in, right? If you're gonna find ourselves having a beautiful dip, that is more than 1,000 pips towards the downside, even more playground for price. Okay, now clean. Now let's look at this region over here, right? Now, this is the only thing that is currently fiddling with me at this current moment. Can you guys see this volume imbalance over here? These little gaps over there, right? And we can currently see that NASDAQ basically had a tap inside this region. Now, keep in mind that, you know what, this area is serving as an area of resistance as well, right? So we can find ourselves having some sort of an actual dip from this region onwards. Okay, keep in mind, this is the weekly time frame. This is the weekly time frame. Overall, I want to still see NASDAQ basically have some sort of initial push to the upside and then have some sort of initial dip back towards the downside. Okay, and that is all because we created this high to a market then giving us a higher high over there. And with you doing your exercise, getting your FIB from point A until point B, you will also find out, you know what, why I'm basically looking for some shorts over there. So scaling down to the actual daily time frame, you know what, my daily time frame needs to go hand in hand with my weekly time frame if I want to find myself looking for some selling opportunities. Okay, if I want to find myself looking for some selling opportunities, so this simply means that my daily time frame need to give me some sort of an actual rejection or multiple rejections for me to basically look for shorts. We can see that market structure on the daily time frame is currently still bullish as well. Okay, with us basically having this beautiful higher high to a market giving us another actual higher high over there. Can you see, right? With us creating an higher high, what happened? Price corrected. With us basically creating an actual higher high, what happened? Price correct. With us creating another actual higher high, what do we expect? We want to see some sort of an actual correction, right? Short term could basically be your daily area of support right over here. Closure below this area, we could find ourselves targeting these actual lows over here back into this area of monthly support. Okay, so that is literally it for our daily time frame. We can also see that we had a previous area of support, well, resistance over here, broke above. We failed to carry this area as an actual area of support for a potential continuation move to the upside, right? Price simply had a huge dip back towards the downside. So daily time frame, I will be monitoring price. You know what, if we can find ourselves having some sort of an actual closure above this volume imbalance on my daily time frame, something like this, you know what, I will find myself looking at this region, call it around about 13,337, right? I will look at this area for a potential continuation move back towards the downside. Okay, 4 hourly time frame, my directional time frame, you know what, same thing, right? Same thing. Now, this is where I want to bring your attention to. Okay, this is where I want to bring your attention to. My 4 hourly time frame is my directional time frame. Okay, 4 hourly time frame is my directional time frame. So I want to see a change of market structure on my actual 4 hourly time frame before I'm going to find myself looking for shorts back into this area of daily support. Okay, so my 4 hourly time frame need to give me some sort of an actual indication. I'm not going to find myself just because we are tapping inside an actual area of imbalance over here, a volume imbalance, shorting price. No, I'm not just going to find myself, okay, cool, we are tapping inside this price region over here, I'm going to find myself shorting price. No. Okay, I need to find myself seeing, hey, can we change our market structure on our 4 hourly time frame? Because if my 4 hourly time frame market structure is bearish, okay, this simply means that my daily time frame will also have some sort of a shift towards the downside. Okay, if my daily time frame is giving us the necessary rejection, this simply means that our monthly time frame will come towards, well, our weekly time frame will come towards the downside as well. Okay, so that is my current outlook on this beautiful pair called NASDAQ. You know what? I want to monitor price and see, hey, what is going to happen inside this region? What is going to happen inside that region over there? Ultimately, I want to see price have some sort of a push back inside this region over there for a potential continuation move back towards the downside. Okay, so I hope you guys have a clear understanding of what I basically just make mention, what I basically just went through. You know what? It's me, your boy D. I'm going to see you in the next one. I'm out.